been a minute. It's been a hot minute. So let's see if I can get this, and then I don't have to. We'll see if anybody hits me up. Probably forgot about old Red. Huh? Man, where oh where have you been? It's gonna take a hot minute. We'll see. Hey, what's up, more? Warsaw Patriot. What's going on, brother? Sorry, I don't have my glasses. I'm gonna pull the laptop up. Just wanted to jump on here for a little bit. How's the audio? Can you hear me? I do have a microphone up there, but let me know if you can hear me 5 by 5. Took me a hot minute to kind of figure out the settings. I hadn't gone live in forever, and so now it says 0 watching. So you might have left. Okay, not a big deal. Not a big deal. So let me brighten this up. Let me go to my page. View your channel. Let me look at myself live. And say something, but I cannot see it. So let me let me pull up this laptop here because I'll be able to read the comments. That's what happens when you get older, huh, bud? That's what happens when we get older. Life happens. So, all right. So let's see. All right, here we go. Yeah. So I just zoomed in the. All right. Warsaw said morning in red, drinking a cup of coffee. Yeah, sounds great. By the way, got snow here. Oh yeah. What state are you in, Warsaw? It's been a while since I've chatted with anybody. What state are you in? Man, it's nice and beautiful here in Texas. It's been this way since the last 2, 3 days. I mean, we just got right now. We have like the awesome best weather. This is the time of the year when generally we're still kind of feeling the after effects or the end of our winter. Let's see, Midwest. Okay, you don't want to be more specific, but that's cool. You know, I'm in Texas, so um, but yeah, it's been really good here, and usually spring break ish, end of March, people start flocking into this area. I'm not gonna name my state, just the Midwest. Okay, that's cool, man. No worries, no worries. Um, so yeah, it's been beautiful here, and like I said, this is usually around the time of the year we start getting people flocking into Texas, my part of Texas, and then they're just like, I love it here, and it's like, no, go back to where you came from. But you can't stop progress, right? The more I look around, the more I see like it's coming, man. There's nothing I can do. Just like I'm getting older, there's nothing I can do about that. I need these to like read my phone and stuff. I mean, I can see, I just can't make out like the words. I can't make out like the text. I can see there's two people watching, 0 thumbs up. I think it's 3 minutes and 57 seconds. But that's about it. It's just and I can see like clear like this. All this I can see, but when it comes to the text message and reading, I'm like I can't make it out. So, uh, you hear here that we got Chinese hackers now in our country. Myself and oh wow, yes, yes. I still keep up with all like the prepper news. I keep up with all the like SHTF. Um, as far as like news goes, not so much prepping because I just you know I'm not gonna call myself a prepper. I'm just a person that stays prepared as best as I can and lives my life, man. I mean, it's just you know. But yes, I heard about that, and we didn't get affected where I'm at here in Texas, but I know like the major cities like Houston, Dallas, I think San Antonio. Um, I want to say maybe El Paso. I saw a map and stuff, but I'm just doing what I want to do now, which is a whole lot of nothing. But I'm staying busy. Like I'm trying to like keep my mind active, learn stuff. I just did this thing yesterday. I didn't do a video, did I? No. I didn't do a video yesterday on that. I'll have to upload a quick video. But I made that. That's pretty cool at night. I lit up the candle. Had some old fence board. Took the jigsaw to it and cut it out and all that. But I'll do a video. Thanks. Of course, you know I do my Texas, state cutout. I have a big, huge Texas state over there cut out, and I have a mirror behind it. Did that one. So try to stay busy, try to stay active. Still doing my knife thing, of course. Um, Trying to venture out now that the weather's getting warm. So we're looking at the Texas map to see what else we can actually like places we can go see and visit. I wouldn't mind going back to Marfa, you know, West Texas, West Texas. Hey, morning, Papa Shoot. Good morning. It's been a while, so I thought I'd jump on and reach out to the people out there and just say good morning. And that I'm doing good. I'm just breathing, man. I'm just breathing and taking it all in. And I still watch other channels. I maybe don't comment as much, but I still watch people's channels just to see what people are doing. And of course, the breaking, WW3 and the Skies Falling channels. I'm just like, man, is that all you got? Like that's all you got. And I think about this. I think about this. Very, finally got time off the work. More like takes a toll on it takes a toll on you, especially drama at work. Yeah, it does, man. And it's just, I'll say this now that I'm on the other side and I'm not working, I don't have a boss, I don't have coworkers, I'm not on that side of the fence. I'm looking at it from this perspective and I'm just like, dude, just chill. What's the rush? I just look at all the nonsense, I should say, all the nonsense drama that's unnecessary just to do your job, right? But it just kind of goes with the territory. I mean, let me put this down. It's coworkers I have problems. Yeah, unfortunately, you have to work with other people. It's just right. It's just even if you're the most badass worker, you're the most. I mean, you got your shit together. And I think that was me. It's like I don't want to say I don't work well with others. I just work better alone. If that makes sense. Like I work better alone. Like give me the tools and the things that I need to do my job, and everybody go over there. I'll get my shit done. You do your job, I'll do my job. You do your job, you do your job. And to me, that's teamwork. When everybody's pulling their weight, that is teamwork, right? That's not what they think of as far as teamwork. Teamwork today is like you help that person and you go help that person. The way that I'm looking at it is like they get a paycheck just like me. They get the same salary as me, and if they're not doing their job, I'm taking on more work to do their job. So pay me more money and them less money, right? But once people figure that out, they're like, oh shit, I don't have to work as hard. I can just say, oh, I need help over here, and it's like all the time or sometimes all the time, So, hey, what's up, City Prepper? I got my laptop here because I don't want to put my glasses on. So, exactly, Papa Shoot said, Morning Red, John McClanum. Sorry if I butchered your name. Top of the morning to you, brother. Top of the morning. Cheers. Yes, got my coffee here, and I was sitting here for a while, just messing with some videos, trying to upload on the other platform I have and stuff. I know a lot of y'all don't do the TikTok thing, but it's a great editing tool for me, so I can reach another platform there, and then of course whatever videos I have, I download them and I can share them here with the music. I don't have to go and do the music separately. So anyone that edits videos, you know how much work goes behind it. And it's just like, and people always tell me, like family, they're like, man, your videos are awesome, or your videos, I like the way that you edit. And they're like, what apps do you use? And like, how do you do it? So when I tell them, okay, I use this app, right, I record as much as footage on my phone as possible. And it can be 20, 25, 30 minutes. And I have to condense that down to like less than 2 minutes, right? I take all the highlights. And I always tell people it's better to overshoot than to undershoot. The more footage you have, the more you have to work with, if that makes sense. And so what I do is I'll cut that down on one app. I'll upload them all together on one app. I chop it all up, right? Get it down to where I want it, whether it's a minute, minute and a half, 2 minutes, and then I'll upload it to another app that I have. I'll do some more editing there. Then I'll take that one and I'll do it to TikTok or YouTube or or some other platforms, and then I add my music. So I mean, you're looking at two minimum, but 3 to 4 at the most. And it's a lot of work, but I enjoy doing it. I don't do it because I'm getting paid. It's what I've enjoyed doing, and your your own footage is your own paper, and you do the work in art. That's correct. That's right, Warsaw. Let's see. Let's see. What editing programs do you use? Um, Capcom. It's off TikTok. I think it's Capcom, TikTok. And then I have another one called Workshop that I use, which Sly Tiger, if you guys remember Sly Tiger, Maverick Mafia, he's the one that got me on that one. I started off with that one. And then any of the other platforms that I may use, I use that. I use my phone. So I try to find as free as possible. I have a gimbal handheld that kind of rotates and stuff. They actually have an app on that device that I downloaded the phone. So anything I can use, and I just take all these different editing platforms. Like I said, the Capcom, which is on TikTok, the Gimbal has one. I don't know what that one's called. Workshop, which is another app. TikTok also. Um, so it's just various ones, and there's some that really work for me, and there's some that's like it's too complicated. you know, as far as the video goes. See you roping video. I suggested adding the track and a garage door opener, pulling the practice steer. Yeah, yeah. I haven't gotten there yet. My skill level's not there. I'm still kind of novice, novelist or noviest. However you say that. I'm a beginner. But I got a shirt made here. It says ropes out. So I'm gonna wear this to a rodeo here coming up, an event. So hopefully people don't take it the wrong way. Ropes out just mean ropes out. So today everybody's offended about it. It's like, oh, what does that mean? Ropes out. Get a rope. New York City. So but there's always room to grow. Like I would love to meet up with other people locally and also learn like what skills they have as far as roping goes, right? I still do knife throwing. I still do that, but that's kind of taking its course already. I've been at the end of 2019. I got into it, like started getting into it, and then it's been 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So I'm going on year five, let's say. To anything, but I think I'm at my peak as far as how much more I want to learn. I mean, I do the basic, 3 meter throws. Four is adaptable. Five is pushing it, but I mean, at that distance, you don't want to really be throwing knives past 5 meters. I mean, it's going to be you're using more energy, right? Which means I don't want to kill my shoulder and my arm just to say, oh look, I threw it from 5 meters, 7 meters. Uh, I enjoy 3 meters. I'm comfortable with it. I know where my target is. I mean, I'm comfortable with it, and I have fun with it. Nobody has won an award for how much you kill your arm. You know what I'm saying? So if I like go back to 5, 7 meters and I pin a can, there's no award out there that's gonna say, "Hey, you did it. You get a lifetime achievement award." So it's like I'm at the point now. It's like I'm not gonna kill my arm for nothing. If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this for the long haul to get as much enjoyment out. I'm not the best. I'm not the most likable knife thrower. I'm not saying I'm hated by the community. I'm not gonna be the star of that field, and that's fine. It was never meant to be like that. But you know, every group out there, whether it's cowboys roping, if it's knife throwing, if it's woodworking, if it's a social influencer, whatever it is, you have to have the right look. You have to be the most likable person. You have to be in the click. You have to be in the know. You have to be in the update. The more in depth you get into that, the more fake I think you become, because it's all an act. And that's what I think a lot of people don't understand when they see these influencers and they're like, and I'm just gonna ramble all over the place because that's just me, right? We're gonna just jump into everything, whatever pops in my head. We're gonna do it. Texas Metal said, "Hey, good morning, brother. Good morning, everyone. Everyone, hope you all having a wonderful day, Saturday. Yes, sir. It's beautiful here in our part of Texas. So, um, but that's what people don't understand, right? When they see these influencers, and they're just like, man, I want to live their life. They're good looking. Their partner's good looking. They have a boat. They have beautiful house. They're going on these trips. That's all smoke and mirrors, guys. That's all smoke and mirrors. And that's not to say that I don't do a little smoke and mirrors myself, but my videos are like every day. Like, you can do this, right? It's not like I'm flying over to Paris or like around the world. Like, I'm doing these little fun ventures in my local area, and I'm recording it with family, if I'm doing work and whatever. And I just try to make it entertaining as possible. It's like I'm just the everyday average Joe. But these guys that do these big platform, making these huge channel, that have subscribers. It's like influencers are losing their mind and they're like getting arrested. Check your feed, Red. Okay, give me a second. Let me do my Wi-Fi. Hold on, real quick. Be right back. All right. So what I did is just cut my Wi-Fi off because I'm actually out back, and the signal's probably not as good inside as outside. So I'm just gonna work off my own feed of my own internet. But that's what people. I mean, that's what people see, right? And so that's what it draws the attention. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure you heard about that mother. She was an influence. She had like 5 or 6 kids, white lady. She's getting sentenced for 30 years. Do you know what I'm talking about? Anybody, give me a thumbs up if you know what I'm talking about. Who that lady is? Her, and then she had a business partner, another female, and I think she's also getting the same sentence. This lady was huge on social media. I think TikTok, maybe Instagram, whatever. Huge following, made lots of money. People were drawn to that, and I don't understand people that get flocked to people that don't have their shit together, or they're not really like the model citizen, right? And I know everybody has a cup of tea up there, but what I'm saying is people flocked to this channel, and this lady was just like making money off of it, right? Getting fluent, but she was abusing her kids. She was not being a really good parent. Let's see. I don't pay much time to celebrities. Yeah, e-beggars, exactly. This is why I don't have my channel monetized. This is why I don't say, go buy my shirts right now. I mean, I tried that for a little while, but it's like no one's buying my shit. So it's like I'm nobody. If I'm gonna make a shirt, it's for me. And you really have to hustle if you want to make it big and make this content stuff. If you want to make it like pay off, you have to put a lot of work into it. And I've always been where my mom's texting me. I've always been where it's like I want to be real. I don't want to have to like say when my video starts. I don't want to have to say like, oh, make sure you say this word and that word and repeat it 5 times and then do an awesome thumbnail where like it's catchy or like some chick in the background in a bikini or like I don't want to do clickbaits like that. I feel like if you're a good person, you're a good person. I feel like if you have decent or good content, people should like it. People should follow, share, whatever, right? But unless I'm dramatic, unless I'm overhyped and over dramatic and saying that the sky is falling and over dramatize my excitement and I have somebody on board with me and we're like, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and you say this and I'll say that, and we're gonna get hype and we're gonna be like, oh really, I did not know that. It's all a script, guys, and I can't get myself to do that, and I can't believe people fall for that. You know. All right, let me stop here and read some of these comments. I even lost respect for a lot of women these days who act like hoes and are disrespectful. Yep, I got you, Warsaw. I got you. I don't pay. Okay, let's see. Nope, I don't want to remove a comment. I don't want to remove a comment. I've even come across these women who done gym. Oh yeah, the gym videos. I'm like, why do you dress like that? I mean, I get it. I think two things about the whole women dressing in the gyms. I think that if a woman out there, a businesswoman or a business partner women, They should come up with their own gym, like women only, right? No, none of that mixture, just women only. And you can come as sexy as you want. You can come whatever revealing outfits you want, and you can do videos here. And like they actually have um, a side for hey, you c- or you know everybody that comes here is going to dress sexy, and you can make whatever videos, and that way there's no more getting offensive. Like, what are you looking at? Like, stop looking at my butt, or like, can I help you? Stop staring at me. Like, I mean, what do you expect? If you go to the pool and you don't want to get wet, don't go to the pool, right? I mean, it's just I never get it. I never understand. It's like I don't like sand. I don't want sand on my clothes or on my feet. Don't go to the beach. I don't understand that. Like the emergency alert thumbnail. Yeah, City Prepper. That whole breaking news and there's channel. I mean, you guys know who I'm talking about. Not just one person, but there's multiple people. It's like breaking news, breaking news. And I meant to say this earlier. I meant to say this earlier. There are prepper slash financial slash business channels out there. I'll even throw Canadian Prepper in there. I don't. I'm not throwing shade at the guy. Back in the day when he was a small channel, he did engage back and forth on comments. Not like today. There's just no way the guy right. Not saying Canadian Prepper is a bad guy in any way, but I'm gonna throw him in the mix until somebody comes on here and says, "Red alert! The sky is falling. Things are flying across the sky. Um, this is happening now." Until that happens, I don't believe them 100%. I'm interested. I'll listen to it in the background while I'm working on something, doing something, or just chilling, laying down, like trying to go to sleep. I'll put it on my earbud in. But I don't believe it, and this is why. If somebody's telling me the sky's falling, things are flying across the sky, UFOs are landing, there's a Bigfoot. I heard I got a secret resource person. I can't reveal their name, but buy my XYZ and 123 whatever products. If if SHGF is gonna happen, who cares about what you're selling? Why would you care about selling a product or sign up for my business class? The world's falling apart. We're not going to be here next year, but buy my products. That makes no to me. That's an advertisement ploy to talk about get your attention. Right? Shit hits the fan. By the way, I'm selling some stuff on my store. You should get it now. Like, what a breaking news, right? I'm so done with the crap. Yeah, Warsaw. It's just it's I should just unsub all of them, but at the same time I like to stay informed. So when the first, I mean, Canadian Purpose videos are all the same. It's like, oh, this is another red alert. I mean, it's getting to the point. It's like, dude, until your predictions, until your resources, secret person events come to pass, I can't anymore. Right? Like the guy. There's some other guys that just breaking news, and people fall in for that. They're like, "Oh, thanks for the donation. Thank you for the $5 donation. Thank you." It's a job to them, right? It's a job to them at this point. Like I have to keep the funds coming. So what can I say? How hype can I get? What is the script? And they're taking and so I know people will say, and I'm gonna move on from the subject, but I know people will say, well, they are telling you facts. Yes, I can say the sky is blue right now. The sky is blue. It's all over the sky. It's everywhere. And then I can throw other facts. Look, there's a lot of birds coming through, or I heard that there's going to be a something XYZ happening. So you're taking true events and true facts, and then you're taking your hype events or your hype scenarios, and you're mishing them together. Yes, this is a flag behind me, right? Now I can over exaggerate the flag and tell you things about it that like, perspective, I guess. So $0. Wish there was an option where you could donate an actual zero amount to them to screw them up. Okay, so Speaking of that, and I won't say the channel's names, but there used to be a popular. I doubt they're even on social. I mean, I doubt they're even on YouTube. But there used to be somewhat of an active, retired military guy, kind of heavy set. A lot of people fell in love with this guy. Likable. Uh, I'll just say, look of the Irish. And you may know who I'm talking about now. But there was another guy who would f with this guy all the time, right? And I could kind of say the luck of the Irish was getting annoying because it turned into the like, oh look, I got this free. Oh, and once he caught on to that, it was like, man, how can I make this a business? Oh well, I really need this, I really need that. The more a prepper channel asks for stuff, the less I believe that they're prepared. The less that I believe, like, if you're so prepared and you have your shit together, why are you asking for stuff? Why are you trying to get people to donate stuff to you? I know who you're talking about. Yeah, exactly. And I don't think the guy was bad. But then it was like, oh, my son's gonna go on this retreat, and he really needs a new flashlight. He really needs this and that because he was playing at the strings of like people, right? And it's like once it's just greed. Once you get that taste in your mouth, it's like I could use some more of that. And then it's like, oh, my son here, and then he'd bring his son on. He's like, yeah, my son, and this and that, and the son's like, yeah, I need a flashlight, Dad. Right? Is that what you told me to say? Yeah. And then people would donate, and then it was like more and more I saw that. I'm like, dude, I'm like, what's going on here? Going back to your wish you could donate a zero amount. There was a guy that was effing around with him, and what he would do is he would send him 99 cents. He would send him a 99 cents because I think that was the lowest you could do back then. I don't know if that's true or not. But by the time he got that 99 cents from YouTube, there wasn't shit, right? And so he said, I did it purposely because, 99 cents is like, what are you going to get from 99 cents? And so he would purposely donate. I think that was the lowest, or it was a penny. It was one or the other. I don't know if you're that far. You want to go into like, I want to fuck around with people. See if you can do a penny or 99 cents or 59 cents. By the time they get that's nothing. Can you imagine they see that pop on and say, thanks for the 99 cents. So, but that was a way that guy would fuck around and, fuck with that one dude I'm talking about, the luck of the Irish. And I'm just like, it's sad to me. And I think this is why you see so many channels come and go because they don't last. Once the gig is up, it's like, what else is there for them to do? Now, Red, on the other hand, been around since 2013. I'm still around. I'm around because I'm not having to dance to the tunes of other people. I mean, I do what I want to do. I don't have to worry about using music and then getting some type of copy strike that affects my channel. I get a copyright strike, but it's because I'm using the music. But they're like, you can still continue. You just can't monetize this. Okay, I don't care. I don't need your money to like survive. I mean, I have my shit together, right? So people that have their shit together, the end of the story is people that have their shit together are not the most popular channels out there because I don't have to be overhyped. I don't have to do script. I don't have to like say certain words and repeat those words every time I open my video. Like, oh, get, get, come on. Sorry. Try to keep the squirrels out of my yard because then they get on the roof and stuff, and then they want to get into places. So I don't have to dance to that tune, I mean, let's see. There are channels I've cut ties with because I used to love and support them. They are great, but their intentions are they don't care about you. No, they don't, and that's the honest truth. Where so they could care less about you, and I need to wrap this up because I don't want it to be about other channels, but the shit that goes on, man. I mean, The shit that I have found out about other channels doing the shit behind the shit, and it's like, there you go, Al- algorithms. If I say shit 10 more times, maybe I'll get like more views. So, but you know, that's like the shit that they do, and I'm just like, man, if people knew the shit behind the shit, they'd be like, oh my god. But I almost think that these people, and I'm not calling them the same. I think those people are shitty people too, so they flock with other shitty people. you know, so, whatever. But I'm not here to be the YouTube police. I'm not here to, hey, first shot, how's it going? I'm not here to be the YouTube police. You do what you want to do, right? You do what you want to do. You view who you want to view. It's all good, you know. I'm just telling you my perspective, and I'm not here to say don't watch this channel, don't watch that one. I don't have time to monitor everyone's views. You're gonna do what you're gonna do, right? This is the one thing that I'm working on for me. Retirement is great, man. I'm just enjoying my time, and I think I've said this before. Is just I I come and go as I please. I don't have a boss. I don't have coworkers. I don't have the stress. I don't have, I gotta get on the road. I gotta fight the traffic. I love it, man. And I just right now I can honestly say I have no intentions of going and getting a job. I have been looking, but I've been very picky, right? Because I want certain hours, certain days. Um, I don't want to deal with a whole lot of interaction with other people or the public. Um, I kind of want to work on my own terms, but I haven't found that job yet. And I want to do something that I enjoy doing more than I enjoy than I want to enjoy doing something more. That's my focus. It's like I want to enjoy doing it than it is about the making the money. I still care about it, but I don't want to do something like I hate this job, but they pay me a lot of money to do it. I'm not in that situation. I don't have to be, right. So I'm making it on what I have now, and I took care of a lot of bills. Number one key before you retire is pay off your bills. So I set myself up to be where I'm at now, to enjoy things, and not be like, I'm not here. I'm not right now. Knock on wood. I'm not worried about the economy. I'm not worried about like you know food prices or like the cost of living. I still budget my money out. I'm not a millionaire or anything like that. I just set myself up to where like I'm not worried about that shit. I'm not worried about that. I'm not. Gas goes up. Okay, I don't have money to blow, but I set myself up in a good spot at a good time in my life to where I can enjoy it. And like if I say I'm not going back to work, I'm okay. I'm okay now. If the economy crashes and shit just SHCF happens, that's a different story, right? But if it goes up or down, I'm okay. I'm not. I don't stress about it. Like other people I see, they're like, "This economy's horrible. I spent, $100 on a little bit of grocery and shit." It's hit my pocket too, but I'm okay. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, me getting on YouTube and screaming about the gas prices or the food price, it's not gonna change. So why I'm gonna stress myself up? Woo-sa, keep my blood pressure down. Woo-sa, keep spiritual, So let's see what we got here. Any more comments? Do we have? Right, I do have. Okay, so Warsaw. I didn't ignore. I was just chalking here. Say, Warsaw. Red. I do have one question. You do a lot of wood crafts. Think you can make a piece of wood in the shape of or engraved in pine tree? I don't know, man. I don't. I don't. I'm gonna say no to your question because I've never done it. Is it possible? I'm sure. I mean, I don't know what kind of wood graving you're talking about. You can make a piece of wood in the shape or engrave pine tree. Oh, in that pine tree. I'm gonna say no for me. I think it's doable. I'm just not that person, if that makes sense. So, got you. I got you, Orso. I love pine trees. Yeah, I think that's possible. Red. V Borg said, "Hey, Red. Warsaw, it's fine. Yeah. So, but to answer your question, Warsaw, I'm gonna say no for me. I'm sure there's somebody out there that's really talented. Says, man, I can do whatever. Just give me the idea. I can do it. So, but yeah, you like that pine smell. I get it. It's like that, when you buy or when you find a pine box that's a box made out of pine wood, and you smell it's like man. So I have one or two little gifts from what I used to do that they gift you or whatever, and it's like I can still smell. It's like it's pretty cool. So it's not my thing, but yeah, I got you. Yeah, let's see. What else can we move on to? Because I try to keep this at an hour and then I'm out. Okay, I just thought I'm out here. I'm gonna drink some coffee, enjoying the cool breeze. I mean, it's nice. It's just, I mean, the sun's out. I mean, I don't want to move the camera. I have to show you. Also, like oak and walnut. Yeah, cedar. Cedar's. I think cedar's probably what I use the most on my stuff, unless I just find some cheap wood. But some of the the wood projects I've made in the past, the Texas cutout ones, have been from that, and they tend to sell because of the look, right? The wood look and the smell. Um, so, but I try to get my hands on whatever I can that's cost effective or reasonable, and I have quite a few of them. I had five five Texas wood shake, and I sold one recently, but I haven't got any hits. But I think as the weather warms up and people go outdoors, they're gonna want something for the patio, their porch, or something that's outdoor like barish. So I'm hoping to sell some along the way. I don't hear much about the Texas National Guard at the border anymore. Are they still down there? Well, I'm not by the border, but I believe they are. But just like everything else, first shot, I'll say everything gets hyped up on the news, right? I mean everything from the Ukraine war to protests or whatever, and then it just like it dies down. Like what happened to this? What happened to that event? So um, I think it's crazy the amount of illegals, undocumented, asylum seekers, whatever you want to call them, which I think is not. I think a lot of them are just here just for a free ticket. And the shit that's and now but to answer your question, I think they still are down here, but it's just the news. They're moving on to the next big story, right? Like YouTubers, like what's the next big thumbnail I can use? So, but the funny thing that I've been seeing, or that's not funny, but now it's like now the other states that are getting all this income, this traffic that has come through Texas borders. Before it was like, oh, that shit's over there. It doesn't affect me. It's right. It's like the whole gun thing. It's like, oh, we're gonna ban XYZ, and I'm like, my thinking is, well, I don't have that gun. I don't care. And then people will say, well, it's not about that. It's about if they can come after that, they're gonna come after your shotguns next. I'm like, I doubt it. I doubt it, but it's the same concept, right? So it's like any the traffic that comes through Texas, and I appreciate the five people out there that are watching and five thumbs up. Appreciate you. Again, I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I'm not over exciting, but I'm keeping it real. But now that we've tried to tell the other states, and like, no, no. Now we've got them all shipped out, and it's like, okay, you're gonna come through. The government's gonna allow you to come through. We're gonna ship your asses over there. And now New York is just fucked, man. They're just feeling the effect. They hate it, man. Those the New Yorkers up there, they now see the shit show that we've been dealing with, and now they're just like, and now even the Democratic Party that's over there, they're they don't know what to do. They're just like, we fucked up. Like we did not realize the mess. And I'll go back in the comments here in a second. They're now like, we didn't realize the mess of shit show that you guys down there in Texas were dealing with, and it's been ridiculous. It's like, I think I think before this recent migration has come in, I think all the previous years of illegals or undocumented that have come here and settled, they don't even want this new mass of people coming through. They're just like, get the hell out of here. Like you're not part of society. And now New York is having to pay for these people. All this money that's been going to these people, the local or the native New Yorkers, they're pissed because they're like, hey, we're Americans. We've been here. We need help, right? And so I think they're going to get to the point where they're going to see them just clash. Um, the 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 immigrants that were attacking the two police officers, kicking them and all that, they released them with no bail. That was so stupid. Like you want to set an example. No, it's like, oh, you're undocumented. We're not going to charge you. We're not going to. You can bail out of jail free. And then guess what? When these guys leave, you think they're going to stick around? No, they're going to just go to the next state. They're just going to. So it just shows you if they're doing this after they get out, disrespectful. They don't care about the U.S., right? They're not going to conform to our laws and the way we live. They're not going to do that. They're just like, give me my money, give me my ticket, give me my free housing, give me my free cell phone. I don't want to work. What can I get for free, right? I'm not saying all of them, but there's a good majority, right? They have criminal backgrounds, so they're fleeing their country to come here to start over, but they're not really starting over because you can't change people's mindset. So now New York is getting their asses handed to them, and they're just like, but they're not going to come out and say, you know what, we were wrong. You guys were right down there. You Republicans, you Texans, you were right down there. They're never going to say that. It's like your boss at work. If your boss fucks up or makes a mistake, they're never going to come to you and say, look, that was a bad call. Bad call. My mistake. Shouldn't have done that. I apologize for that. They're just going to like, nope, we didn't do anything wrong. But we need to fix this problem. But we're not going to say it's our fault. So let me go back on the comments real quick here because I don't want to ignore anyone. Okay, let's see. All right. So, okay, Warsaw Red. Also, what drives me nuts is the people moving state to state because of bans. It won't matter because the bans will only keep coming until the Supreme Court steps in. Moving is pointless. Yeah, over a gun ban. Our duty as citizens to do your civic duty to your state and change for the better. Yep, it's all about sight out of mind for most people. Yep. So now that it's over there, it's like, oh, yeah, yeah, welcome to the shit that we've been dealing with, and it's like until it hits your front porch, it's like, well, it's not over here yet. It's over there. So keep the legals over there. But we wanted to bring them in so they can vote for us. So, yeah, leaving is an act of cowardice. Yep, Warsaw, and that's the thing. That's Warsaw. Leaving is an act of cowardness. The same thing goes for everybody that's coming in this country in mass droves, right? Make your own country better. If you're coming from Colombia, if you're coming from El Salvador, if you're coming from wherever, right? If you're coming from, there's a lot of Chinese people coming here. I'm sure there's a lot of good people, right? Make your country better. Stay there and fight the fight. You coming here is not going to change there, right? And I really think that if you come here, there has to be some allegiance to say, hey, everybody stand in a row. Say the Pledge of Allegiance. You have to say it. You have to conform if you want to be part of it. Make them do some civil service duties to say if you want to be here, you have to do these steps. You know what that is. I don't have the answers. I'm just saying that if it's almost like think about this, and this is the best way for me to explain this. There are different clubs out there to join, right? The country club, the golf club, the rodeo club, the nightclub, whatever, right? If you want to be part of that biker club or whatever that's out there, those clubs have rules, right? Rules that you have to adhere to, follow, agree to, commit to, pledge of allegiance to, whatever, right? Or you can't be part of those groups, right? You cannot go to a club and say, hey, I'd like to join this club here. Looks great. Looks like a lot of beneficial benefit to me, and I want to be part of it. And then you get there, and they're like, okay. Come on down, brother. You're part of us now. Well, I don't want to do that activity, but I still want to be in the club. Well, I don't want to pay my dues, pay my taxes, but I still want to be here. Well, I want that free cell phone, but I don't want to work for it. It's the same concept. If you want to be part of something, you have to adhere to what that those rules are of that club membership country. Same thing applies. You have to get people to say, "Hey, all right, you're here now. You want to be part of it? Say the Pledge of Allegiance, and if you don't, you're out." Second thing is, wherever you stay at, we're going to put these flags up because you're an American now. So it's making people adapt to, you want to come here, right? These are the rules. If you don't, there's the door. You can go back that way. You can go over there. How do you do that, right? And we live in such a different society now. That concept is crazy to those people that they don't. That's not something they want to do. So, all right, back to the comments. You say that now, but it's only gonna get worse. What do you say? What do you mean? Warsaw, I moved. Oh, you're talking about, okay. Yankee Watchdog said, Warsaw, I moved to be in a slower pace, more rural life. That's crap. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I hear Yankee Watchdog. Certainly, that I think that's everyone's idea dream is to like find a spot, just like less traffic. But the amount of progress that's happening, I mean, even in my area, it's just like, man, like this used to be like the country, and it's like you got houses coming up, and I just keep seeing like apartments and houses, and I'm like, where are all these people coming from? Like, I mean, we're just getting it from like people from the north and other U.S. states, and then we got everybody coming from the border. I'm like, they're just, I mean, it is crazy the amount of people that are moving, and I'm just like, I just don't remember the volume of people coming in here back in the day, but um, which makes me think about this, and I'm not saying this, it's just a thought. I'm not saying I wish this, but I always think about the Thanos effect, where he snaps his finger, like half the population's gone, and so the other half can thrive, right? I think about, I'm thinking, would that work? And then I think about the whole, the unicorn thing, that the zombie apocalypse thing that took place, and I'm like, as many people that exited, I thought, okay, there's more space, but I'm like, no. It seems like it didn't even make a dent in the world. I don't know. It's just me. I mean, let me know what you think. You say that now, okay? That they all are here for their free stuff. Yeah, they're just here for free shit. Warsaw, yeah, yep. Also read funny thing. America isn't always suffering. Our neighbor Canada is also in the same boat. I'm feeling their pain as well as freedom-loving Canadians. Americans and Canadians. Trudeau and Biden both are. Yeah, that just don't get me started on that. Yeah, I don't know, and I think is that the solution? Unfortunately, is to like have the WW3 happen and then shit fly in both ends. Just like people just exit so that there can be more room or we can start over. I don't know what the answer is. I just know that it seems like it's getting worse, not better, right? I don't know. But aside from all that bullshit, I'm just trying to enjoy my life, and I'm like, I don't. I mean, no one is promised tomorrow, right? I saw a sticker and I thought, that's pretty cool. And it said, the sticker said, "You might die tomorrow, so live today." And I thought, man, what a great slogan, right? I thought, man, and I said that to myself, and I'm like, right? I mean, it's like right now I'm enjoying just being outside, talking to you guys, drinking some coffee, not thinking about a whole lot of shit, just enjoying the moment, right? Living today. Uh, and I've already done enough planning for tomorrow that I was like, as long as you know my ducks are in a row, and keep up with my health, and I watch what I do, and I don't do anything activity where it will cause me to like, I can't do that no more. I'm not young. I'm not that age. Like, I'm not jumping on shit and jumping over fences and breaking a leg and an arm. You know, I think my game plan will work for the most part. I just gotta like now pace myself and be less stressed and just enjoy life. Johnny Depp. Red. I do have one question. Ever watched the movie Rancho 20? I haven't. I haven't. Is that? Huh? Is that? Tell me in a little short comment there, Warsaw. Um, why you asked me that, or what is it that you want me to see in that movie? I might check it out. Rancho 2020. It's just, oh, the movie's called Rancho, and it came out in 2011. Is what you're saying? I'll have to check it out. I've never seen that one, or maybe I have and I didn't realize that was the name of it. But yeah, put in the comment there. There was a great scene with the Clint Eastwood. He said Tango after he said to her. Oh yeah, yes, the cartoon. It's a cartoon movie. Yes, Rainbow. There was be a hero. It's not about you. It's about them. Yes, I got you. Yes, I have seen that, and I do like that line. Clint Eastwood was like one of my most favorite. I mean, John Wayne, Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood's up there, right? Um, and there's some other Western movies too, but Clint Eastwood's always the one that comes to mind because I would watch spaghetti westerns. I would watch those movies with my grandfather, right, over and over and over. And I think that's why I still watch movies like that. My wife's like, "You're watching that again, Tombstone?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just like it. I mean, even though I know what the end is, it's just those certain lines that just stuck with me, right?" But yeah, I like that little interaction that the lizard, that Rango, had, where he's on the golf cart. He comes up and Clint Eastwood is a cartoon figure, and he's in the golf cart. And yes, I like that saying that he had, and just iconic, uh, you know, character, Clint Eastwood, and the actor. My grandfather liked watching his movies too, and it just you know. But I think about this, and I'm glad you brought this up. That generation, like my grandfather, Clint Eastwood, us, Gen X or older, I now see it now looking at my grandfather and like Clint Eastwood in that era. That generation is just about gone. They're dying, all right? And that mindset, that generation, like my grandfather, tough as nails, man, just tough as nails. And I think about like I will never be as tough as him. The amount of pain and work hard and just the grit that he had, I didn't have to live through that, right? So my body is not going to be as tough as his. I mean, when he was alive and I would touch his knuckles, I mean, just hard bare knuckles. And as old as he was, I would say, "Grandpa, can you rub my shoulder here?" And he'd grind, and I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "Oh!" I was like, "Take it easy." But I knew he had the strength. It's not about you, yeah. But that generation is dying. So when I look at the economy, I look at where I live now, like that. What I remember, that is no longer, right? I only have the memories now. I only have the memories of what it once was, what it once used to be. And I try to tell my kids that, and it's hard for them to envision that because it's like I don't see it, Dad. I don't see what you're telling me. I can hear the stories and I can grasp in that aspect, but there's just stories to me, you know. So let's see. Let me see. Has it popped up on my end? Let me see. You said no man can walk out. Oh yeah, yeah. No man can walk out of his story. So it's things like that, Warsaw, that when I watch the whole prepper movement, the YouTube, the breaking news, I'm like, you guys don't even know your own story when it's gonna end, and I just see it like, for me, I'm just hanging on. I'm doing what I can. There's times I think, man, maybe I should just announce like this is it. I'm done with YouTube. I'm out. I haven't gotten there yet, and I hope to stick around for a while. All the guys that I used to run with, like might as well be. He passed. Sly Tiger, he moved. he disappeared. I mean, can't even get a hold of him anymore. Red Pill, the Blue Pill, Chuck Connors. I mean, those guys are still around, but they don't do YouTube more. Bizza Rizza Jizza still has the account. These guys are just living their lives. They're doing their thing, and it's like, yeah, I keep in contact with them, and I message them like, hey, how's it going? We'll go back and forth. But things change in their lives, and then they're dealing with stuff. They're changing, right? Here I am, hanging on, hanging on. I hope that you guys appreciate it, and hope that like, oh, Rick, what happened to Midas? Um, yeah, he had cancer. He had some type of cancer. I'm not sure on the exact one, but and I don't know what caused it or whatever, but and he might have been living with it for a while before it really got to him, because I don't think he even knew, and maybe he was just, I know he was saying, man, I can't hold anything down, my stomach, I was like, I eat something, and that's never a good sign, right? When you're like, you can't hold food down and your stomach hurts all the time. So I don't know if it was stomach cancer, colon cancer, and then by the time he got treated, it was like already had spread it too much, and of course he had been fighting it for like a year and a half, 2 years, and I around that time, right before he announced it, I was supposed to go down there. He's like, oh, let's wait until I'm done with this stuff, and it's like, okay, cool. I was gonna go down there and meet him, because we had been engaging in comments, like comments on YouTube and then text message, and I even talked to him a couple of times on the phone. But unfortunately, he did not get through that, and it's just like, man. I mean, he smoked cigarettes. I mean, and I'm not shitting on anyone that smokes cigarettes. It's just that's never good, and I know I now see more and more people that still smoke, that haven't given it up. I see them not in the best health. I have a cousin just had his second stroke. He will not give the cigarettes up, and it's like, dude. I mean, you tell him, but it's like even his own family member said that he won't stop, and like he's asking us for money, and we're like, no, we're not going to give you money for cigarettes anymore. And it's like, when you're younger, you're just like, fuck it, fuck it, just I'm gonna do my thing, and then it's like, it's not until you get older, your body's not the same. You can't do those things. It's like someone that goes to the club and drinks and drinks and drinks. Is like, and then they get older and like, dude, you're too old for that shit. Like, you're fucking almost 50 years old. Like, but there's people that just they will not change. I have another friend of a family member whose dad, pretty much on his deathbed, he'll get sick and he'll go to the hospital and they'll put up IVs and all that. He has a bad heart, a lot of health issues, and as soon as he gets better, he's like, nope. He checks himself out and goes straight to the bar. He's like, he won't stop, and his kids have given up on him. They're just like, that's just that way. He's living his life. This is what he wants, and he's gonna go out like that. It doesn't matter if the doctors say, dude, you need to stop. You need to stop drinking. You need to stop smoking. He won't. There's people that doctors will say, look, if you want to live a couple more years, you got to stop doing this shit. And then people will be like, fuck, I don't want to die today or tomorrow or next month. If I got a couple more years, then I'll do it. There's some people like, nope, I'm smoking until I die. That's it. Fuck it. That's just their mindset. You cannot change that. There's nothing you can say to scare them. There's nothing you can say. And even though they'll be like, look, you're gonna blood, shit blood through your ass and eyes and nose and ears. That doesn't scare them. They're just like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but who's to say that someone that lives that lifestyle um, will die first before someone that doesn't smoke, that's healthy or whatever? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you could die tomorrow. So live today. And that's, whether that's me seeing it from my perspective, trying to be healthy and not smoke and do drugs or whatever, I'm looking like that. To somebody that does that lifestyle and says, hey, I smoke, I drink, I do drugs or whatever, or sleep around. I could die tomorrow, so fuck it. I'm gonna live my life today. That's their mindset. So it's just perspective. So who's right, who's wrong? It's perspective. All right, let me see what the comments before his. Let's see. Before his death, I was kind of a jerk to him, even though I was speaking the truth about his AK being garbage. I'll come back to that. Season 3B. made by Century. Oh yeah, Sly Tiger had the same one, I believe. I only told him that because the thing can blow up when using it. There were numerous reports on it. I really drink and I don't smoke. I mostly drink water and coffee. The same thing, Warsaw. I cut drinking out months ago, several months ago. I know people are like, man, you don't drink. I'm like, no, I just, and I haven't lost the taste for it. Like, I don't be like, I need a beer. I just now I'm like, health wise, I'm like, water and coffee. That's it, water and coffee. Maybe sweet tea every once in a blue moon, but I don't drink soda. I don't smoke. I'm not stressed. I don't need the Mary Jane. I don't need that. Hopefully not now. But people that I'll say this, people that are sick and need it for medical uses, I totally get it. If you got glaucoma in your eyes, or you're going through some illness, cancer, or something, I totally understand people using the miracle medical marijuana for that. I have no argument on that. Like, hey, if you need it, you need it. People that have anxiety, PTSD, I also get that. I also get it. But people that just want to smoke, just to smoke and be high or whatever all the time, be a pothead. Like, I don't understand that, but I'm not gonna shit on you. You do you, you know. So I really drink. I try to stay healthy as possible. Yeah, that's all you can do. Yeah. Okay, gotta run. Okay, Yankee. I'm about to end this too. Hey, Liberty Garden, what's going on? I'm gonna hang on just for a few more minutes. I was gonna end this at one. Pot smokers I understand for medical, but people use it for so-called medical recreational. Just get high though. Get the fuck out. Yeah, worse. Yep. I agree. I've met potheads and they drink. Yeah, they drive me nuts. Yeah, it's just like, hey man. Yeah. So yeah, I've been jumping around all over the place. I don't know if anybody wants to go back from the beginning and watch this. I'll upload this, but let me try to part with some wisdom here. Let me see. I drink about 6 pack a year. Same, only drink coffee, tea, and water. No milk, no sugar. Yeah, Liberty Garden. I don't drink black coffee. I have not gotten there yet, but I don't drink the heavy syrups that you put into the coffee. Like I stopped that. I stopped that, man. Maybe like 7, 9 months ago. So I just drink. I was doing the powdered creamer. Mama was like, "Oh, son, they put corn syrup and all that." I was like, nowadays like everything can kill you. It's like you can't win. I know people said 1 glass of wine a day, and they're like, "Okay, wine's bad for you," or they'll be like, just eat meats and like don't eat steak because that's not bad. Which I don't eat meats anyway. I mostly eat chicken, turkey, and fish. But it's like nowadays, like everything's gonna kill you. It looks like but I try to stay away from the cigarettes, the drugs, the drinking. I don't do that stuff. I don't do the nightlife. If it's nightlife, it's just watching TV at home. But I try to stay healthy. Good morning, Nana. uh, but I try to do what I can that's best for me. And is it gonna make me live longer? I hope. And I, God willing, God willing. Um, But that's all I can do is try, right? But I know in my mind, like, I'm healthier than the next person next to me. Like, for my size and, my weight, it's good. It could always be better, right? And all I can do is try. I can't just eat lettuce for the rest of my life and cut. I mean, that's not living, right? So be realistic. I want to enjoy the fruits of life too, maybe have a delicious meal that a chicken fried chicken steak with mashed potatoes every once in a blue moon, right? But for the most, I try to watch my intake. Gonna try to focus on more veggies, fruits and veggies, natural stuff. Cooking, I don't cook with like oils and shit. I do toast my bread with butter because it's good. I don't eat a whole lot of sweets. I mean, they're rare. I've been eating Cheerios now, like Cheerios. So yes, I was doing powdered creamer. I still do that once in a while, but I don't do sugar like scoops of sugar in my coffee. I don't do that. I don't use the heavy the creamers with all the sugar and all that. I do the half and half. My mom actually is pretty health nut, so she's like, "Oh, son, try this health and that." So I try to do the healthy route, right? Um, I haven't done black coffee yet. I know people are like, "Oh, just drink the coffee and stuff." Maybe one day I'll get there, but definitely I try to watch what I put into my coffee as much as possible. I don't do the Starbucks, like the sweet things. I just do coffee now. I don't do like the lattes and the caramel frappuccino, stuff like that. Just it has a lot of sugar in there. People that work there like, dude, that has a lot of sugar in those things. So trying to be cautious, trying to do my exercise. I stay active throwing knives. I do my woodwork. I did some yard work yesterday just to keep myself moving. And I think that's the key. I don't want to just be sitting here and be like, man, the red's blowing up. I mean, as you can see, I'm not like a big dude, you know. In fact, I went to get a physical last week, a couple days ago. No, last week. Yeah, a couple days ago. And then, I actually lost weight. I was at 216. I think I was at 206 when I went in. So I was like, shit. I think that was surprising to me. And the doctor's like, yeah, you lost some weight. I was like, well, I stay busy. And I said, I'm retired now, so I cut the stress out of my life. My grandfather passed away 2 years ago, so that was taxing on me, just physically, mentally, emotionally. You know, it was very taxing on me. It's like, yeah, you know, for a little while there, I was, asking him for some anxiety medication because I was like, it's just, I was had a lot on my plate. Plus, I was working full time, 8 hours a day, you know, Monday through Friday, and then still trying to live my life and take care of my grandfather and take care of his bills, take him to the doctor. I mean, it's just a lot on my plate. Now it's just like, it's just me now. My kids are growing up. The kids don't live here. I mean, every once in a while the kids are like, Dad, I need your help. I'm like, oh, what is it now? But I'm at a calm place in my life. So now I'm just focused on me, my health, me and my wife, and just, what's this? By the way, Red, posting that Ringo. Okay, yeah, yeah, that's cool. Appreciate it, man. Warsaw, I appreciate you, man. I mean, I know I made you a monitor, gave you a blue wrench, but yeah, you're one of the guys I trust, and like, that's fine. I know you're gonna put some crazy shit. Liberty Garden. Let me get to your comment here. Red, I don't ask God for a long life, but for a swift death. Let me see. The thought. I'm reading off my laptop here because I don't want to put my glasses on. I thought of someone changing my diaper scares the crap out of me. I can certainly appreciate that, and uh, yeah. Well, let me just say this, and this is not an argument on what you said, because I totally see your point, Liberty Garden, and you're a couple of years older than me. I'm 49. I'll be 50 in October. Um, Seeing what I went through with my grandfather and caring for him, he lived a really good, healthy life. And I think and I had this conversation with another family member, and she said two things scare me. One is getting dementia, right, Alzheimer's, and the second thing is turning into a diabetic. Like she was like, that scares me, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. But we're at that age now. It's like we have to like take better care of ourselves. We can't be doing the things we used to do when we were in our 20s and 30s, like going to the club, staying on all night. You got to get rest, right? You got to get a lot of sleep. Got to cut out the stress, right? Got to watch what you eat, like sweets and stuff. Watch all the like intake of the red meats and stuff. It's not good for you, right? Because you can get gout, heart disease, stuff like that, right? But those things you have to like now consider when you get into your late 40s. Even for some people, some are like early 40s. You have to like get into that and be like, it's so on one end, it's like my thinking is I told my wife, and I know I don't get to say so as far as when I go, but I want to live long enough to like see my kids grow, get married, have kids. I want to see my grandkids, my great grandkids, just to see them, enjoy them, right? Because all I'm gonna leave is memories. That's it. All I'm gonna leave is memories. But you're right. Like going to sleep and when you passing away when you are in your sleep, people are like, hey, he passed away peacefully, right? Or like swiftly, like you said. The only flip side of that I told my wife, I was like, the only thing is you don't get to say bye to anybody. And my wife's like, honey, you don't get that choice. And I'm like, you're right. But I would love to be able to say, hey, these are my last breaths, and I just want to tell you I love you, tell my kids, and I appreciate you. But rather than focus on that, for me, what I do is I say those things now to my kids. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm proud of you. You're doing great. I miss you. I call the people. I try to see the people that I care about the most. I try to do those things now so that if my death is swiftly, if I exit this world unexpectedly, they know I love them. They know that I was a good person. They know that, hey, dad did his best. Grandpa was a good guy. So, but yes, let's see, posting that ring, yeah. But yeah, I mean, and I'm sure Liberty Garden, if you're still there, I'm sure you see life differently, like I do too. And people always say, "You're not old, Red. You're not old." I'm not old, but I have the mindset of an older person because my grandparents raised me. It's just the way I think, right? Not everyone, and I'm not saying I'm perfect or better than someone else. Just the way that I think, and I think about the future. I think about things that probably people don't think about, like leaving my mark or like making amends with people or doing the right thing now, not later. When it's like, oh shit, they told me this is the last day, so now I'm gonna tell everybody I'm sorry. Like I want to do those things now. I don't want to wait till the end if I can all help it. But you know, nobody's promised like that sticker I said earlier. I don't know if you heard it, Liberty, but I saw a sticker that says, "You might die tomorrow, so live today." And I thought, what a perfect little statement logo. I mean, tell yourself that. Tell people that. Like, you might die tomorrow, so live today. Like, I've done enough planning in my life to be able to retire now so that I don't have to worry about, like, oh, I'm still trying to pay the credit card, I'm still trying to survive. I'm in a good place right now. If the economy goes up or down, or gas prices or food, I'm getting hit like everybody else, but I'm not stressing over it. I mean, I planned far enough to like I have some money put away. I have my bills paid for. I just got to worry about my monthly bills, truck payment, house payment, insurance. Same for my wife. And I just got to stay calm, stay cool, stay collected. Let me see. The sad reality read is lose 22 vets a day to suicide. Yeah, I don't know if you're friends, Warsaw. I don't know if you're friends with Matt Chad. He's the one that does that, whatever he does. Matt Chad. He does videos about that. Never forget, never forget. 22 vets died, whatever. So yeah, it's sad, and you know, the mental. I don't want to say mental illness, but the mentalness that goes up here for vets. It's like, it's sad to me that it's like these guys gave they gave up some years of their life to serve the country, and then it's like now they don't get the best health care, they don't get the best anything. It's like, for what? For what? For freedoms? I'm grateful for that. Um, I mean, you can hope for the best, right? And I think this is why a lot of people are like, when they join the military, like, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. I'm not gonna serve. You know. Dementia is highly correct, correlated with sugar intake. My grandfather died at 91, never set foot in the hospital in his life. On day he got a stroke and died the next day. He was I was next to his bed. I drive what? I drive 8 to get to him. He died. About 20 minutes later. Oh wow. Yeah. I mean, the sugar intake too. They said that for some. I mean, I've heard also too that sugar intake that you take, of course, leads to diabetic, but also leads to like cancer too. So there's so many things out there, but everybody's body's different. Is what I'm trying to say. It's like, you know, somebody could be 91, 93, 95 and still be smoking, but like, man, ain't nothing killing that dude. Like he's just blessed. He's fortunate. He's one of the rares, right? And then you have somebody that's like healthy, six pack abs, runs every day, goes swimming, healthy as zero body fat, have a heart attack. Like, dude, that dude was healthy. Like, what the hell, man? I had a coworker of mine that told me this story. I'll never forget. And he's like, Red. He's like, all I can do is try to be healthy. I mean, back then when he was younger, He's pretty healthy. I see him now today. Like everybody, he's old, baldy, right? Just like all of us do, right? Uh, just not the specimen that he was when he was younger, right? And I look at him now because I still visualize the old buddy I knew. That was his name, Buddy. That's what he went by. And I see him now thinking, dang, he got old. Like he lost his hair. He's old, not in shape. I mean, you see me now, and then you see me, I'll say 20 years ago. I pretty much look the same frame. I've really put on weight and I've lost some weight, but my structure has pretty much stayed the same. I've been fortunate, um, but I'm getting older inside, so my body doesn't work the same, or it's like I need to watch what I take in. So I definitely cutting out sugars. Right now, my wife's like um, for for um, for Lent for Catholic, she's not doing the carbs. It's like I'm not gonna not do that. I mean, I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna also try to, like, if you're not eating bread, I won't eat bread. Not saying I won't have a cornbread, but because she's changed her diet stuff, I notice I'm not eating as much bread or carbs either. Like yesterday, we went for fish and shrimp, and they're like, "Do you?" And it comes with fries. Like I don't want the fries because I'm not gonna eat them. It's gonna go to waste. But I did have the hush puppies, and then they're like, "Oh, you get a free baked potato with it." I was like, "I don't want the baked potato either. I'm not free, but charge them." So it's like she's not eating it, so I'm not eating it. But I still may have my other stuff. I eat a lot of Cheerios now just because it's healthier than eating like sweet bread, cake, cupcakes, cookies. Ice cream might have it every once in a blue moon, but I'm not going to deprive myself of living either. Until someone says you can't have any ice cream. If you have a spoon of ice cream, you might die. I'm like, oh shit, so yeah, I'm not, I'm not doing it anymore. So I gotta hop off. Okay, Warsaw, you take it easy, brother. It was good talking to you. Live. Remember that. You might die tomorrow, so live today. So pass that on. Anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. I appreciate all y'all joining in. The 5 people that are watching, 7 thumbs up. If there's anything last you want to say or ask me before I head off. I don't know when I'm doing another live. I just don't do these things anymore. And I had some struggle there trying to go to my settings and convert it to horizontal, not vertical, because it kept trying to get me to do that. But anything you guys want to say to me before I sign off here, if you want to ask me something, I'll try to answer it. Let me know. I've been talking for an hour now. I'm out of breath. I'm like, you start talking, and I can feel my heart rate going. My heart's pumping. So I feel most of in the joints. I don't jump off the truck badly. Yes, yes, Liberty. I've noticed that about myself. Like when I do get on the truck bed, and I'm just like, I'm looking, I'm like, damn, that looks pretty far, and I'm thinking, I used to be able to do this shit. I'm cautious. I will hold on. I will either get on the edge there, and I will hang on to the end of the tailgate with the little rail on the side. I'll hold on to that. But I don't just jump off willy nilly, because you jump off and you land on your knees. That's not good. You land the wrong way and your foot slips, break an ankle, right? Um, I'm cautious now. Or if I can't, I'll get on the edge and I'll sit down and I'll just hop off. I'm not doing that. I fell one time off when I got my first truck. I was at the car wash, and like an idiot, I had like flip flops on. I jumped on the tailgate on the water ground, went back, slipped, and kind of bumped my head a little bit against, grazed the tailgate. I thought if I'd landed the wrong way, I could have like snapped my neck. I'm like stupid, like just dumb. Ever since then, that was like, I don't know, 5, 7 years ago. That was, I mean, just like that could have been a different outcome. I busted my lip. I thought I busted a tooth and stuff too. I was like, oh shit. And I was like, it scared me so much. Like, I will never do that again. I will never jump off the truck onto a wet cement wearing flip flops. Yet alone just jump off willy nilly. I mean, unless it's like I'm at the beach, I'm backed up, and there's sand there, I might do that. Or there's a little soft landing thing. But yeah, I will never do that again. So, Nana said Cheerios using some unhealthy chemical. Cheerios just sent my daughter to an article from. I think it was. Huh? Really? Oh Lord! Like I said, everything will kill you nowadays. So all I can do is try. I think we're all screwed in some way. It's like if you eat wheat bread or crackers, now they put some in there. Now you get fucked and like. So basically, just eat vegetables and you can steam them in water, but don't put any seasoning on them. So anyway, all right, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. It's been a pleasure. I don't know when I'll jump on live again. I'll do videos, but I hope you guys appreciate old Red still sticking around. So right, everything, yeah, everything. I mean, nothing. Everything in a couple of years, they'll say, eating lettuce, eating vegetables is bad for you. That's just something like what? Because we put that in the ground, right? We put that in the fertilizer now. So, or they'll grow like, you know how they do artificial like growing stuff now, or they put stuff in the chicken eggs, so the chicken eggs are not healthy unless you get them like grass fed, whatever. They're always changing stuff up. Pretty soon they'll be like, yeah, I can't eat apples or oranges because the chemicals are sprayed in the. Good chat. See you around. All right, guys. That's it. I gotta go. I gotta calm myself down. Been talking for too long. You guys take care. Stay blessed. It was a good catch. Thank you. Appreciate it. So, all right. Adios. Can't punch her out.